Hey everyone, I am just finishing getting everything set up. And can everyone hear me and see me? Just want to make sure everything's working correctly. Let's see here. I'm not seeing anything in the chat yet. And I'm going to wait just, oh, hi Michelle. Hey, I can hear and see you. Perfect. And I'm going to wait just another minute or so just to let people join. And then we can jump right in. But yeah, in the meantime, if you want to share your name, your website URL, if you have one, what type of business you run, and if you don't have a business yet, what type of business you want to run. That way we can start connecting with each other and see what everyone else is up to. Lisa, life coach, that is awesome. And I'm going to pull up my presentation. Let's see here. Okay, so let me pull up the presentation. And here we go. I'm going to make me really small. I might turn that off just to make this bigger. Can everyone see the first page, how to build an email list of raving fans and turn them into customers? Okay, perfect. Hi, Kylie. So let's jump right in. So today, as you know, I am hosting a live workshop, how to build an email list of raving fans and turn them into customers. And it's presented by me, Mariana Direglo. And just in case you don't know, I am the founder of the Collective Mill. Hey. Okay, and then on the next slide, some fun facts about me. So I am a California native. I graduated from San Francisco State University with a degree in business marketing back in 2009. And I started my first blog in 2011. And then I founded the Collective Mill in 2015. And since then, I've worked with early stage tech startups to Fortune 500 companies. So it's kind of been all over the place with smaller companies, solopreneurs, and then bigger ones. And then during my last 9-to-5 job, I ran all the digital marketing for a tech company. So that meant managing everything content related. So their blog, any copy on the website, and then that definitely included all of the email marketing. And then I left that job last summer to run the Collective Mill run the Collective Mill full time. And then I wanted to go over a quick agenda. So for the first few minutes will be an introduction, which we have already started. And then we'll get into the training. So first I'll go over 9 reasons why you need an email list. And then we'll look at my 3-part framework that shows you the exact model I've used with my clients to grow their email list and turn it into a sales funnel. And then from there, we'll calculate how much you can make from a small, medium, and large list. And then for the last few minutes, you're going to be the first group to actually hear about a new program I'm starting. And then we will jump into the Q&A section. So if you have any questions, we can answer them then. And before we get started, just make sure to silence your phone and close any tabs. Sometimes if there are a bunch of tabs open, I've realized they can slow down this video or make it a little bit blurry. And then grab a pen and paper to take notes, and that'll help too when we do the exercise a little bit later. So 8 years ago, I was living in San Francisco, and I was setting up my very first website. However, I had no idea what I was doing. So I didn't know how to build my email list. I didn't know how to grow my brand, and let alone, I had no idea how to make sales online. Oh, that's okay. That your phone went crazy. I'm PA from London, UK. That's awesome. So even though I didn't know very much, I was motivated. So I jumped right in and started experimenting with my own site. And then I slowly started figuring things out. And I started slowly, again, just getting traffic to my site. My brand was slowly growing. And then I officially had a small email list. And then eventually I even started managing the digital marketing for other businesses, which I was really excited about. And since then, I have grown my personal email list to over 20,000 subscribers. And I've managed email marketing for all sorts of different businesses, kind of like what I talked about before, including solopreneurs, small business owners, and tech startups. And I've created large and small email campaigns ranging from 100 to over 100,000 subscribers. But during this journey, I started to face barriers that I didn't expect. So, like when I found out I was making a smaller salary compared to multiple men in a similar role, which sucked. Or when my ideas at work repeatedly weren't taken seriously and dismissed. And these are barriers I pretty quickly realized that so many women encounter throughout their careers. For example, and you might know these stats already, but I still wanted to stress them, that only 24% of CEOs are women, only 4 out of 10 business owners are women, and we still earn only 79 cents for every dollar earned by a man. So that inspired me to create the Collective Mill. And my vision was for this to become a safe space to educate, support, and inspire entrepreneurial women. And that means creating and sharing tools that will help women grow their businesses online and then take them to the next level. And I know your email list is one of the most important assets to growing your business online, which is why I wanted to create this training. So now let's jump right in. So let me know in the chat which one of these sounds the most like you. You want to make more sales on autopilot. You are exhausted from constantly chasing down potential customers. You're new to the online space and want your business to start growing organically. Or you want to get off the quote income roller coaster and make consistent sales. So do any of these resonate with you the most? Consistent income. 3 and 4. Number 3, number 4. Yep. 1 and 3. I feel like I've gone through each of these at different stages in my career. When I was a freelancer a few years back, I know some months I would be making a decent amount of income, but I would be constantly hustling to find new clients. So some months I would be transitioning to new clients and I would be barely making anything. And then the next month I finally have clients again, I'd be making more. So yeah, I feel like I have stories for each of these, and I've slowly experienced one of them at different times. So if any of these sounds like you are in the right place, and your email list can become your secret weapon to helping you really with each of those. So why exactly is an email list important? Well, I put together 9 reasons that I want to share with you. So reason number 1, your email list is the most reliable way to communicate with your audience. So your audience is really the most important part of your business, and they keep your business alive, and they're the ones that tell their people about it. They support you and they buy your products. And so your email list gives you a way to communicate with them anytime. And unlike social, you don't have to worry about any algorithm changes and not showing up in the Instagram or Facebook feed, especially if a lot of your business is on social and something changes like that. I feel like a lot of us have experienced that, where you're getting a ton of engagement one week and then all of a sudden it goes down. You kind of need to figure out the new algorithm change. Number 2, your email list gives you the opportunity to build a relationship with potential customers. So here are 2 pretty common email campaigns that you can send out. The first one that you can send out is a welcome campaign. So in this type of campaign, you can introduce your business and what they can expect now that they're on your email list. Plus, you can tell them what type of value you're going to provide inside of your emails. And then you can also send out a weekly newsletter, and that can include highlights about your brand or business. It can be a sneak peek into a new blog post or video. And you can always customize the emails with their name or any other data that you have. And I've realized I'm that person that has not turned my phone on silent. So let me do that really quickly. Okay. So the next thing is being consistent is really important when you don't want to be spammy. So the emails you create should always provide value, and they should help, and they should educate, and they should inspire your readers. And then number 3, email is the perfect way to re-engage visitors who landed on your site. So you might not know this, but it's a pretty important statistic. Let me know in the chat if you've seen this before. But 95% of visitors who land on your website will never come back. And that's huge, and that's pretty scary. So when you're running your own business, you want to bring that number down as much as possible. And you can do that by offering amazing free resources on your site. And once you do that, now they're on your email list, and then you can re-engage those original visitors and bring them back to your site for a second time, a third time, a fourth time, or as many as possible. And then number 4, your email list is one of the best places to sell your products or services. So here are 3 examples of different campaigns you can create. The first one is the abandoned cart. So if someone was close to buying one of your products or services, maybe they were looking at it, they actually put it in their cart, but they didn't buy. This is the perfect email to remind them exactly what they had looked at. And these type of emails typically can increase your conversion rates. The second one is a seasonal campaign. So this type of campaign promotes your products or services during your busy season, or maybe you only offer them once or twice per year. And then there's the flash sale. So you can have a sale that lasts for just one weekend, or maybe it's 72 hours. And these work well because campaigns that have a deadline create a sense of urgency and, again, increase conversion rates. And then number 5, email converts really well compared to other channels. So now I want to share 3 different studies with you. So according to Opt-in Monster, over 3.8 billion people use email, and it converts at 6.05%. So that's really high. And then when you compare that to social media, there are only 3.4 billion users, and social converts at only 1.9%. And then MailMunch also put together a study that shows if you have 2,000 email subscribers and you have 2,000 Facebook fans and 2,000 followers on Twitter, 435 people will open your email, but only 120 Facebook fans and only 40 Twitter followers will see your message. So again, with email, you're reaching a lot more people. And the last study, so according to Marketing Charts, they found that email converts at right around 2.89%, which is a higher conversion rate when compared to referral and paid traffic. It's higher than direct and organic traffic, and it's higher than social media. So each of these case studies shows that email converts really well, which means more sales. Number 6, your email list provides you with an easy way to get feedback from your audience. So for example, with an email list, you can always send out a survey or you can send out a poll to learn more about them. So that means you can ask a specific segment why they didn't end up purchasing one of your products or services and get some really great feedback and potentially tweak what you're offering. You can learn more about the demographics of your target audience, which is always really important. Or you can even ask them what type of products or services specifically they want you to create and offer. Number 7, with an email list, you can drive additional traffic back to your website. So like we talked about before, you can send a weekly newsletter where you promote new products, a new blog post, or a video. And then you can include a button or a link inside that email that sends them back to your site. So just so you can get an idea of what traffic might look like for you, every time I send out an email to my list, traffic to the collective mill for that day typically either doubles or triples, which I'm always pretty happy with. And then number 8, an email list makes it really easy for you to create a sales funnel. So it's important to know that someone needs to hear, sorry about that. So on this next slide, it's really important to know that someone needs to hear about your business 7 times on average before they take action. So that's not too many times, but it's still enough where you need multiple times where you're getting in front of them, you're building that relationship, etc. So once someone subscribes to your list, they should get dropped into one of your email campaigns. And that campaign might have a total of, let's say, 5 or 10 emails that go out every day, or it can go out every other day. And that will give you a chance to nurture those leads, and you can share more about your business and you can build trust, which makes them much more likely to buy. Plus, sales funnels can be easy to create. So one tip that I always like to share is to use what you already have. So that means repurposing content that you've already created for your blog or for your website. If you have a YouTube channel, it can be content that you've created there, or you can even snag the content that you've put together for any of your social media accounts. And so when I've worked with other business owners, most of the time when we really do some digging, they have at least a small amount of content that they already can use right away and put that into their email campaigns. And finally, number 9, you own your email list. So that means if your website goes down, which sometimes happens, or Google makes some crazy algorithm change, or Instagram and Facebook disappear, your email list will still be around. So you may or may not remember when everyone was on Facebook, and at that time, everyone was on MySpace, and at that time, Facebook really wasn't that popular. And I honestly don't remember, but I don't think Instagram existed yet. And then one day, Facebook completely blew up, became really popular, and MySpace quickly died. So even if you have a huge following on social, it's important to remember that you don't own it and it could disappear, which you never have to worry about with your email list. So now that you know why an email list is so important, I want to share my 3-part framework. And really, these are the 3 main things to focus on to start building your email list and eventually automate the entire process so you can start making more sales. And before jumping into this, I'll pause really quickly. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them into the chat. That is so helpful. Thank you. Thanks, Kat. Okay, so number 1, of my 3-part framework is all about your website. So if you're running your own business, you absolutely need your own website. And I'm guessing most of you already have one, but if you're just starting out, or maybe you're an influencer on Instagram, or maybe you even have a brick and mortar store, whatever it is, it's still important, if not critical, to have a website. Plus, nowadays, setting up a website is really easy and it's really affordable. So when it comes to your website, you always want to provide value. So that might seem pretty obvious, but there is a smart and there is a strategic way to do it. And this way is how you're going to grow your following, become known as an expert within your niche, and give your audience a reason to keep coming back for more. But before I get into how to provide value strategically, the 2 most common channels to provide really amazing, valuable content is typically through blog posts or videos, or a combination of them both. Really, it's up to you what you prefer creating and what you think your audience likes more. So when you're getting ready to create new content, which again could be a blog post, a video, it even can be a landing page, you want to be strategic, specifically when you're choosing what topic to focus on. And when you're choosing topics to focus on, there are 3 rules you should follow. And these rules will really help you create engaging content that people love, and they will help you sell your products. So rule number 1, when you're thinking about a topic to focus on, you always want to keep your target market in mind. So that means figuring out what topics they're interested in or want to learn more about. And you just want to make sure those topics specifically relate to your niche. And I even recommend creating a survey with SurveyMonkey. You can direct message them on Instagram or Facebook, or you can even ask them in person. That way you can really get to know your audience and create the right type of content. Rule number 2, when it comes to choosing topics to focus on, the content you create should directly relate to the products or services you're selling. So for example, let's say you sell vegan cookbooks. It makes sense to create videos where you're sharing vegan recipes. It could be what you eat in a day, or even what you buy when you're grocery shopping. However, you might think the topics on the right could be relevant. These ones are cruelty-free makeup, vegan cleaning products, or it could be your daily yoga workout. But someone who lands on your video, let's say your video shows you cooking vegan lasagna, that person is much more likely to buy your cookbook compared to a blog post that goes over your favorite vegan cleaning products. And although someone who's vegan might be really interested in both topics, I know for me, I'd be interested in all the topics on the left and all the topics on the right, but the ones that are on the right don't relate to what you're selling, so you'd want to stick to the ones on the left. And then rule number 3. So when it comes to creating content and choosing topics strategically, you want to make sure every topic you choose is popular on Google but isn't too competitive. So that way your content will start to show up in a Google search, and then from there, new people will discover you and you'll get more traffic. And plus, there are a lot of free tools like Google Keyword Planner that are really easy to use, and it just takes a few minutes to discover new topics that you can focus on that relate to your niche. And just in case you've never used Google Keyword Planner, I just wanted to show you what it looks like on the inside. So the other day I pulled this up, and the whole process of doing this only took me about 3 minutes. So what I did was I typed in 2 different keywords to make it really, really simple, just vegan recipes and vegan grocery list, and then hundreds of different topics popped up. So if you look at this on the bottom, you can start to see all the different keywords that you can focus on. But But some of these, like vegan pizza and vegan ice cream, a ton of people search for them every month, between 10,000 and 100,000, which is awesome, but the competition is really high, so you'd probably want to avoid those. But if you look a little bit further down, jackfruit recipes, vegan pumpkin pie, those get the same search volume. So a ton of people are searching for them, which is good, and it's low competition. So those would be the ones that you'd want to focus on. Okay, so just to recap, part 1 of my 3-part framework is all about your website, providing value, creating blog posts or videos that focus on topics that you strategically chose. And now we're on to number 2 of my 3-part framework, and this is all about content upgrades. So if you're not familiar with this term, a content upgrade is a free resource that you offer your audience inside of a blog post, on a landing page, or alongside a video on your website. So I wanted to include a whole bunch of examples. So when you're thinking about content upgrade ideas, you can create literally anything that you can offer on your site. So it could be a free calendar, a free checklist, a digital font, a recipe, or stock photos. So again, it can be anything that you like to create that you think your audience will love, and that specifically complements the blog post or video where you're gonna include the content upgrade. So how many of you have seen content upgrades before, or have created them, or have opted into them? And I also wanted to include a few examples, visuals, just so you can see what they look like. So a lot of people that create them, you might post them on Pinterest, and you might be, Lisa, yes. Okay, perfect. You might post it on Pinterest to promote it, but really you're promoting a video or the blog post or landing page. And then when they click there, you're offering either a free checklist, a free worksheet, a free to-do list, whatever it might be. And that's what they're going to opt in for. And that's where they're going to get onto your email list. So content upgrades are also great because they work for every niche. And then once you've created your first content upgrade and you put on your website, it becomes a really passive way to collect email addresses. And as long as you have traffic that goes to that page, you will start to grow your email list on autopilot. And the more you create, the faster you will grow your list. So there are some content upgrades that I created, I think back in like 2015, 2016, on some of my very first blog posts. And I'm still getting email subscribers. And some of those are the most popular ones. Kylie, I'm not sure if I've opted into one, but probably. Love this idea so much. Cool. I'm glad. Yeah. I think the first few times I opted into them, I didn't realize it. And I think it was when I was creating a website and people were offering things like free logo templates because I was trying to create a new logo. I've also opted into them for recipes. I am a vegetarian and part-time vegan, and so I'm always watching YouTube videos or going to blogs, and sometimes they're like, grab this recipe and save it to your computer. So I'm definitely a sucker for those. Michelle, I can't figure out how to implement the upgrades on MailChimp. That is a great question. It's pretty easy. So once you create it, let's say you have your PDF, it's ready to go. Then you use another platform where you can create the pop-up. There's a few that are free out there. I personally use Lead Pages. So that way, what I do usually is I incorporate it into a blog post, and I actually put it into the text. So someone's going through my blog post, maybe they read the introduction, and then afterwards I say, before you keep going, grab this free checklist. It'll help you with X, Y, and Z. And when they click on it, a little pop-up pops up, and there are plugins for that. I know there are plugins for that for WordPress, and they enter their email address. And then inside MailChimp, I just tag them. It's a little bit too complex to explain just without showing you. But once they opt in, inside an email, I actually upload that content upgrade. And then because they're tagged, as soon as they join a specific list that I've tagged them to, that email fires out and then they get the content upgrade. What kind of content upgrades? What kind of content you create if you sell design services? Tanya, that's a good question. Design services. Tanya, do you currently have a blog, or are you creating videos? I'd love to hear about some of the different topics you're focused on. But let me think of some examples. So design services. I feel like I've even opted into some of these. For design services, if it's, you don't know yet, okay, that's totally fine. What type of design services is it? Because I know I've downloaded things that I've downloaded different fonts. I've seen people make fonts. I've downloaded ones where it's just choosing brand colors. It'll take me forever when I'm creating presentations like this or on my website. And I'm just like, how do I pick brand colors? I am terrible at this. And they always look really bad together. So even just figuring out how to pick ones that go together. Design. And even if you use different software, like let's say you use Photoshop to do as one of your main tools for designing, you can even do like a quick guide where it goes over how to get started with something very specific with Photoshop, and include those steps. You could even do a roundup with software you use where it's just something someone can print. Oh, let's see, Kat. I've opted into content upgrades for design services before, branding guides, roundups on best free stock images, etc. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, those are great ideas, Kat. Psychology of color. Yep, I love that too. Okay, so we're on to number 3 of my 3-part framework, and this is all about email campaigns. So now you've officially started publishing content on your website, and you're starting to incorporate the content upgrades, and so your email list is ready to start growing. So the next step is to create your very first email campaign. So whenever someone joins your list, there should be some sort of next action. So they join your list, and right away they should be pushed into some sort of campaign that you've created. And once you have an email campaign, you probably want to get ready and start promoting your products or services to them. However, when your goal is to make sales, the campaigns that work the best create a sense of urgency. So that means giving your subscribers a limited amount of time to take action. So I want to go over 2 types of campaigns that create a sense of urgency and typically have higher conversion rates. So the first one is a bundle campaign. And a bundle campaign is when you're selling one of your products or services, but for a limited amount of time, you're bundling it with another product or service, and then you're offering them together at a discounted price. So on the right-hand side, an example would be Alex has a Facebook ads course, and that typically sells for $800. And then she also offers one-on-one coaching, and she usually charges $400. So for a limited amount of time, Alex is bundling those 2 things together and selling the bundle for $9.99. So when she sends that out, she creates an email campaign, it goes out, she's talking about this bundle she's put together, and that really creates a sense of urgency, because if her audience buys now, they're able to get both of those things and they save over $200. And then the second type of campaign is a seasonal campaign. So this works if you have a product or service that you only offer during your busy season. So that might be around a holiday, or it's a product or service that you only offer once or twice per year, like an event. So in this example, Sam hosts an annual yoga retreat every single November, and doors open for 2 weeks in October, and that is when her audience can register. And the campaign works well because Sam only hosts this event once per year. So that means if someone doesn't sign up within those 2 weeks, they're going to have to wait a whole another 12 months. And that really creates a sense of urgency again. So a quick recap on my 3-part framework. So the first step is to create content for your website that provides a ton of value. And that might be a blog post or a video. And then in the next one, you want to make sure to choose, but with the blog post and video, you want to make sure to choose topics that you're going to focus on strategically. And then the second step is to create content upgrades and incorporate them inside your blog posts or alongside your video. And then someone falls in love with one of your freebies, they opt into your email list, and then they get pushed into one of your email campaigns. And on the next slide, so once they opt in, I want to show you what an email campaign can look like. So email number 1 on the top left, you send out, so they opt in, and the very first email they get has the content upgrade they opted in for. So if that's a checklist, a worksheet, a digital font, whatever it is, you let them know, hey, here's your freebie, I hope you love it, etc. So that's email number 1. Email number 2, you share your personal story. So that can be why you created your business and why you're really passionate about your niche. And then email number 3. So this is the first email where you're really going to promote and sell your product or service. And you also want to include social proof. So that can be a case study or testimonial. You can start out with that, talk about that case study testimonial. This person used your product or service, and then talk about your product or service that you're selling. Email number 4. So you really want to keep providing value. So you don't want everything to look too salesy, and you want to build trust and nurture that relationship. So here you can share another surprise freebie, or you can share a tip. And then email number 5, you want to address a pain point that your customers usually have that relates to what you're selling. So you're going to talk about that pain point, and then you're going to provide value and kind of answer or go over how they can avoid that pain point. And then again, in this email, you're going to be selling, so you're going to want to promote your product or service. Email number 6, you want to pique their curiosity. And then email number 7, this is a deadline email. So you're letting them know this is the very last day that they can purchase whatever it is you're promoting in this campaign. If it's a bundle campaign, it's the last day they can buy this bundle at the discounted rate. Or if it's an event like the last example or a retreat, it's the last day to sign up for that retreat. Missy, can you give an example of curiosity? Yes, definitely. So on this slide, I wanted to kind of paint the picture a little bit more and show you an example. So kind of going back to that vegan cookbook example. So email 1, someone opts in to get your vegan printable, or they opt in, you've created a vegan grocery list printable. So they're going to get that within that email. And then number 2, the second email, you're sharing your personal story. So again, it can be your journey, why you founded your company, your journey becoming a vegan, or whatever your story is that you think can relate to your target audience. Number 3 is social proof. So again, this could be a case study. So maybe you've worked with clients in the past, and one of these clients you've helped with one-on-one creating meal plans for 30 days. They really struggled with creating vegan meal plans. You helped them with that. They also used your cookbook, and they love your cookbook. So that can be a testimonial, and that kind of can naturally flow into you promoting your cookbook. Email number 4 is a surprise freebie. So this can be something else like a printable. Maybe it's different vegan meal ideas. They can print and save it when they go to the grocery store. Number 5, the pain point. So this can be 5 ways to find the time and energy to cook every night. So you can even put that in the subject line, and then inside you give tips. provide a ton of value, how they're able to save time. And then again, you're going to sell your cookbook. And then Missy, for the curiosity one, curiosity is a really great way. If you create a subject line that piques curiosity, it really increases the open rates. So you can say something like 10 things you didn't realize are vegan, and they might be like, ooh, I would love to know. I might not know about those already. So you're providing value, and then you're showing your expertise within your niche. And then again, the deadline email, the very last one. So this is where you're literally telling them, hey, this is the very last day to buy my cookbook. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're welcome. And then if you have any questions about that part, feel free to put them into the chat. And that's actually it for the training portion. We're going to jump into actually calculating how much you can make from a small, medium, and large email list. What could replace social proof if you were just starting out? I think one way to do that is you could, let's say you sell a product, let's say you sell t-shirts. You could do some sort of giveaway, or you could reach out to people that are already following you. Maybe they're following you on social, and send them the t-shirts for free. For courses I've created in the past, I've actually had people that inquired about that specific topic, and they went through my course, and then they gave an honest review or honest feedback. And when I was really first starting out, a lot of it was coaching or doing some sort of freelancing, where I would reach out to people just within my niche, and I would go to their website because that's my area of expertise, and I would find a few things that I could really help them with. It might be about their email list, it might be getting traffic or SEO, and then I'd end up helping them for a day and get some testimonials or case study that way. Yeah, when you're starting out, it can be a little bit tough, but if you get creative, I think it's all just about relationship building. In the beginning, I was on social a lot, and I would really try to engage with people and make friends and provide tons and tons of value. And then when I started creating products or offering services, in the beginning, I would offer them discounted or free, or have people just go through them in kind of a beta version to see what they thought. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so now let's calculate how much you can make from a small, medium, and large email list. So I am going to share my screen. Let me stop sharing the presentation. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let me just make sure I can still see the chat. Okay, can everyone see this email list calculator that I put together? I'm hoping you can. Yes. Okay, perfect. Cool. Thank you. So when I'm thinking about my email list, I tend to think about it in a few different ways. I like to think of what size my email list could potentially be. Let's say it's 1,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, or 20,000 subscribers. And then I would say an average conversion rate starts out at about 10%. But if you really segment your list, for example, you offer a few different products, and when someone joins your email list, they go into a campaign that's specific to one different product, that conversion rate can go up. So based on that, what I did was I just multiply this So I multiply the number of email subscribers with the conversion rate. So it's pretty simple math. And then from there, I can put in the price of my product and find out how much I could be making from my email list. So would anyone, if anyone's interested, we can use you as an example. So all you have to do is put in, if you want to type in the amount of one of your products or services, and then we can crunch the numbers. And I'll give you just a minute if you want to think about which product or service and then put the cost in there. Okay, Missy. And my computer, I realized my charger wasn't working, but it's working now. So Missy, 300, that's perfect. So I'm going to put 300 in here. And from there, so if you have an email list of 1,000 email subscribers and you have a conversion rate of 2%, that means you are going to be on average selling about 20 of whatever your product or service is at a $300 price point. And so you could be making an additional $6,000 in revenue. So then as you grow your email list, so that goes up quite a bit. So again, now the email list is 5,000. Conversion rate is right at 2%. The number of purchases, number of people buying is at $300 price point. So that could be 30,000. And last one. So this is a much bigger email list and could take a little bit of time to grow to 20,000. But once you do, the conversion rate is at 2%. And again, these are the type of campaigns where you're creating a sense of urgency, and those typically convert much higher. And then the number of people buying would be at 400, $300 price for your product or service, and then you could be making an additional 120,000. So Angela, let's put in yours. And if you want to share what your product or service is, that'd be great to see too. So 260 with 1,000 subscriber email list, you could be making right around 5,200. With a 5,000 person email list, you could be making 26,000. And then with a big list, selling your product or service for 260, you could be making 104,000. And then feel free if anyone else wants to put in their price for any product or services that you offer. I also reached out to some friends and I was getting some examples, so I wanted to go over those too. So same list size, but for a $65 product and 1,000 subscriber list, could be a little over 1,000. When you go up to a 5,000 email list, then it is at 6,500, and then it goes up to a $20,000 or 20,000 list, and that's at 26,000. A $99 product, right around 2,000, up to 10 and up to 40. And then so on. I think the biggest ticket one, $1,000 product or service. With a small list, you could potentially make around 20,000, and then 100,000, and then a 400,000. And then really you can test. It's so important once you get into email marketing and learning more and testing, A/B testing different subject lines, or testing different colored buttons, or if you're not including buttons, you're including links. There's so many different things to test that you can mess with the conversion rate to increase that. Oh yeah, definitely with Missy and Angela, all the best. I hope you guys reach those goals. Yeah, me too. Okay, so let me go back to the presentation. Let's see here, presentation. Okay, so you're ready to focus on your email list and take your business to the next level. So what are the next steps? So when it comes to your website, like we've gone over, you need to figure out what topics to focus on, and you need to figure out what topics will be both engaging and promote your products or services. And then you need to create content, and again, that might be blog posts or videos, whichever one you like more, and then put together and offer content upgrades inside those posts or alongside those videos. And then you need to write and publish your first email campaign where you will promote your products or services. So the question is, do you want to work on each of these steps on your own, which might take months or years to figure out and put together? Or do you want templates, email copy, and an exact framework? So I wanted to invite you to join my new pilot program, Email Empress. And if you're ready to build an email list of raving fans and turn them into customers, this is my new program that will literally walk you through every step of the framework, what we went over today, but much more in depth that I've used for my own business along with my clients. So here is what's inside the program. So again, it's everything we talked about today, but today we really just touched the surface. A 1 hour, a little bit more than an hour, just there's way too much to cover. So this course includes 20 videos and text-based lessons that are in-depth, and they show you every step you need to know when building your email list and a sales funnel. And if you join, you're also going to get 4 group coaching calls, and these are 1-hour calls where you can literally submit anything. You can submit the blog post you're working on, you can submit email copy, and then get feedback, or you can ask questions about your business, and then we can tackle all of that during the live coaching calls. And then while you go through the course, I'm going to send gifts for accomplishing different milestones. So there's some big things. This course, you're going to have to work hard, and there are a lot of things that you're going to have to get through. So I'm going to be sending kind of like milestone swag / gifts whenever you hit a new milestone. And then this program also comes with content upgrade templates. So if you want to create a checklist or a worksheet or whatever it is, it's already made for you. So I already have those templates ready to go, which I would share with you. And then you just have to update the text and the colors, and then you can throw them up on your website and they're done. And then finally, a 6-month content calendar. That way we can really plan what the next 6 months are going to look like, what kind of content you're going to publish, and content upgrades to create a really good plan of attack. So here's a look inside the course. So each lesson you can go back to as many times as you want, and you get access to all the templates plus the other things that I talked about. And here are the bonuses, specifically the content upgrade templates. This is kind of what I showed before. So again, these are ready to go. I have more than just these 3. And then you would just go in, you can update the title depending on what it is. You can update the coloring and the branding, and then that's it. So you don't have to create them from scratch. And here's a look into the 4 group coaching calls. So you can get real help when you need it. If you're stuck on anything, I'm able to answer those questions for you. And again, you can even submit work that you're planning to launch soon or whatever it is, and get feedback in real time. And then here are some of the milestone gifts. So when you get through the really big parts of the course, I will be sending these to you. So on the left is just a cute little enamel pin that you can put on your jacket, your backpack, really wherever. And then right when you join, I'm actually going to be sending you a weekly planner. That way we can keep everything organized throughout this course. And then some fun and inspiring stickers. And a quick look into this course. So module 1 is really just welcoming you to the course. You can start downloading some of the templates and worksheets. It's a quick overview of how the course works, the best way to tackle it. And then that's when I'm going to be sending out the planner. Module 2 is all about content upgrades. Again, why they're so powerful, how to actually incorporate them. So that question earlier. So how to incorporate them onto your website the easiest way. And then I have a whole lesson just on choosing topics. So that way you don't want to choose a topic, spend hours creating a blog post or a video, and it turns out to not be exactly what your audience is looking for. So I'm going to show you how to find topics that will be engaging, and then going over creating a content calendar. And then module 3, creating the perfect landing page blog post. So I will show you step by step what goes into it to create an engaging one, to make it SEO friendly so you get organic traffic, and then creating the perfect content upgrade. And then we'll even get into using Canva. If you're not familiar with that platform, it is completely free, and it's really easy to design and create content upgrades. My templates you can also use there. And then I'll be going over different, the 3 content upgrade examples and those are 3 of the most common templates that I'll share with you that you can use. And then some homework, and then there's a lot of tech overview, MailChimp, where I'll go into how to connect your content upgrade, lead pages. I also give a free option because lead pages, there's a subscription. So creating a new MailChimp and lead pages account, and then connecting everything to your website. And then module 5 is all about the sales campaign. So going over what works best, subject lines that work best, and 2 different campaigns. You'll choose one of them and create one of those first. And then the bonuses. And so this course is a pilot program, and that means based off your interests, I'm going to start creating it ASAP. And the first module will actually be released next Wednesday, February 5th. And then the second module will be released Monday, February 10th. So just a few days later. And then from there, each module will be released every single week. So this slide doesn't show them all, but I just wanted to give you an idea as to what this will look like. So you will go through the program in real time, and we'll work together in real time as I release them. So you might be wondering, what's the investment? And just to give some context, typically when clients have hired me to do this entire thing from them, from scratch to business, I usually charge right around $9.99. And then as a coach, I usually charge right around $4.99. Or another option is you can totally learn this on your own. But it could end up taking months. If you're really quick, it could take years. I know it took me numerous years to learn kind of all these different strategies. But you don't have to do this on your own. So if you join today, it only costs $199. Or if you want a payment plan, you can do 4 monthly payments of $55. And so this is a special pre-sale pricing. So right now it's a pilot program, but once I launch this course down the road and it's no longer a pilot program, I'm planning to sell it for $399. So that means when you enroll today, it only is going to, or you're going to be saving $200. Or again, you can choose the payment plan option. If that makes it easier, you absolutely can go with that one. So today, you would only be spending $55, and then there would be 3 additional payments, monthly payments of $55. So let me go over and share. So I would love for you to join. Let me share this with you. The button. So there it is. Let me know if you can see that. If you want to pay in full, you can click there. There should be, you can pay with credit card or PayPal. If you don't see the correct option, let me know. They give me all sorts of different links to use. And let me go to the next slide. So the checkout process is very, very easy, and it is 100% secure. So you just have to click on checkout, you enter your name and email address, and then you just choose your payment option, enter in your information, click submit, and then you order it. So let me also share the payment plan. Let me know if that made the first one disappear. But if you're interested in the payment plan, and that will cost $55 today, you can choose that option. And again, I just really want to emphasize this. So the first module will be available on February 15th. Sorry about that, February 5th. So that is in about a week. It did make the other one disappear. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to the pay in full. Let me know if you'd like the payment plan. I wish they could show them both, but yeah, I can flip-flop between them. And again, if you enroll, then you will be saving $200. And then I also wanted to include a fast action bonus. So if you enroll within the next 30 minutes, I am throwing in this bonus, and it is a whole set of email templates, a complete copy doc. Literally, it will be for 2 entire email campaigns and with all the copy, so you do not have to write it from scratch. So I'm going to write all that copy for you for 2 different campaigns. You'll have all of that in a Google Doc that you can use anytime. And all you'll have to do is go in there and just tweak it. So you can tweak it with your brand voice and add in whatever product or service that you're selling. But instead of writing 14 pages of copy for your emails, that'll be pretty much all done for you. And then here is what the program looks like again, not including the fast action bonus, the email copy, but this is what it's going to be coming with. And let me just quickly grab those links for you just in case it wasn't working. So it actually looks like let's see, pay in full. And then payment plan. Let me just add this into the chat really quick. Okay, so here's the pay in full. If you want to pay with a credit card, or if PayPal is easier for you, here you go. Yeah, sometimes they combine it, and sometimes they don't, which makes it kind of confusing. Okay, so there's the payment, the PayPal option. That again is pay in full. And let me grab you the payment plan. Payment plan credit card. And then let me get the payment plan. Payment plan. PayPal. And you can kind of see at the end of the link, it says either credit card or PayPal. I wish that they were just combined into one and make it a lot easier, but that's okay. Okay, so yeah, we're a little bit over an hour, but I'd love to ask any questions or answer any questions that you might have. So if you have any questions about content upgrades, creating this type of sales funnel, if you have questions about the course, what's included in the course, anything about the coaching calls, feel free to put that in there. And I'll stick on for the next few minutes to answer any questions. Let me go back here. Kylie, you were amazing. Thank you so much for this value. You're welcome. Missy, can you go back to the slide with everything that's included in the modules? Missy, is it the one where I actually list what each lesson will cover? Is that what you mean, or the image one? The list. Okay, so there are, and really quick, the button for me is in front of the presentation. Is that in front for you too? Because I can close it. Okay, so there's this list that goes over just a broad overview. So it'll be 20 videos and text-based lessons, which I will be rolling out one each week, unless I become a speed demon and get them faster. But definitely you'll get one per week, and then we can work together to go through them and complete them. And then there's 4 group coaching calls. So that'll be an hour long. It'll be a video conference call. I may do it where you can be on video too to actually ask me questions, or there'll be a chat. But you can either submit work ahead of time, like a Google Doc with email copy, or Google Doc with a blog post, or any questions you have. That way we can go through it together and I can provide feedback. Then the milestone gifts, whenever you hit a milestone, if you take advantage of the fast action bonus, you will get 14 pages or 14 emails. All the copy is already in there for 2 different types of email campaigns focused on making sales, and you just have to tweak it. You will get the content upgrade templates that you just have to update branding, your colors, and a 6-month content calendar. And Missy, is this the one that you wanted to see, or did you want to look at the inside the course? Both. Okay. Let me close this. Okay, so module 1, and I keep going back and forth with modules and lessons. So on February 5th, module 1 will be released, and that's just welcome to the course. There's a video on how the course works. You can go at your own pace if you want. If you buy it now, you can go through it with me together, or you can go through it in 6 months, a year. You literally will have access to it forever. I'm around the PayPal payment it's not there when I clicked on the link for the payment plan. Let me just grab that really quick. Copy link. Okay, let me actually click on this and see where it goes. Let me enter my name, email address. You're right, I'm seeing a credit card. Are you seeing just a credit card option? Yes. Okay, that's weird because it even ends with PayPal. Let me go into this and see really, really quickly. Okay, let me go into this product. Let me try to get the links. And you're looking for the payment plan. So let me go to the payment plan, buy now, PayPal. Yeah, it says PayPal. Button. No, link. We want a link. And let's see if this link shows up. Let me test it really quick, see if it gives me PayPal. Yeah, it's still giving me a credit card, even though the link says PayPal. Do you want to stick on for a little bit longer? I'll finish answering questions, and then I can get that link or try to figure out how that works. Because there's got to be a way. Let me try one more thing. No. Lisa, thank you, Mariana. I enjoyed hearing the content of the course and look forward to using. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to grab the PayPal one in just a minute. Let me just finish. Yeah, Missy, sorry we kind of got off track there. Let me go through each of these again. So module 1, just welcome to the course. It goes over, I'm going to start releasing some of the templates there that you're going to need right away, and then a video of how to go through the course and how to tackle it. Module 2. So then I'm going to be releasing lessons the next week, and that lesson is going to be content upgrades and why they're so powerful. And I'm going to go more in depth on different types of content upgrades for different niches. And then the next one is how to incorporate content upgrades on your site. So that's going to be specifically depending on what type of content you want to create, where's the best place to put it? If you're creating a video, if you're creating a blog post, do you put it in the sidebar? Do you put it inside your actual blog post? Like, what should that say and what should that look like? So that's going to be covered in that one. Choosing topics your audience will love. So I'm going to go even further into picking out strategic topics, choosing keywords that you're going to want to focus on. These keywords, with the help of Google Keyword Planner and other tools, will show you. These are popular words. Lots of people are searching for them. These are different questions that people are asking about them to give you ideas that, okay, these keywords or these topics are something that relate to my niche and will be engaging. And I know a lot of people are searching for, so I'm not writing about something and just am guessing what that people are searching for it. And then I'll go into Google Keyword Planner also and show you how to use that. And then we'll be creating a 6-month content calendar. And then the next one, creating the perfect landing page blog post. So I'm going to show you the structure of what exactly should go into it, how to format that, how to make it SEO friendly, because it doesn't make sense to spend so much time creating something like that and then it's not going to show up on Google or people aren't going to find it. And those landing pages and blog posts can also have videos inside them. And then creating the perfect content upgrade and how to do that. And then using Canva. So I'm going to do show you actually how to sign up with Canva, how to use it, and the best templates in there to create content upgrades. And then I'm also going to be sharing those templates with you, so you can just upload them right there and update them. And I'll be going over the 3 content upgrade examples, and these are going to be some of the templates I'm sharing with you and how to actually tweak them. And then your homework, create your first post, your first content upgrade. And then module 4, a lot of it's tech training. So how to use MailChimp, how to set up your email campaigns, how to incorporate or how to add your content upgrade so it actually fires out as soon as someone opts in, how to use lead pages. There's another platform too, if you're interested. If the students are interested, then I can add it. It's called SumoMe. It's a free option for pop-ups on your website where someone can opt into your content upgrade. And then the last one, creating lead pages or connecting lead pages, MailChimp, and your website. So just connecting all the tech together so you don't have to figure that out on your own. And then module 5 is an email sales campaign overview, what works best for subject lines, what works best for emails. And then I'm going to be showing you in depth 2 different 7-day campaigns. And then you're going to choose one and then create that one first. And then you can always create the second one. And there's some other things, because this course isn't created, I would really love feedback from my students. But tracking and reporting, I think, is really important, and testing. So testing what emails work the best, what emails don't, A/B testing. Lisa, what happens if you don't have a website? Are you planning on creating one sometime soon? And that is a great question. I do think for any business where you want to create sales or make sales online, a website is really, really critical. I actually have a free guide that I can share with you on getting a website set up. It's also really affordable. A lot of times it's as much as one coffee per month. So we can sync on that a little bit more afterwards if you're interested. I think I'll need it for this course, which will help for business. Oh, you think you will need to for this course? Yeah. Yes. For this course, we are going to be inside your website for a lot of it. You definitely need a website because that's where a lot of people will go to find you. That's where they're going to be opting in for your content upgrades and getting on your email list. But I can even work with you beforehand. I can share that free training with you. It literally goes over how to create a website within a day. It's really easy to do. So if you're interested, I can email you afterwards and we can connect on that. How does one create or go about creating an email list if you are starting a service-based business? So I would say it's exactly the same. So my business has been product-based and service-based, and my website has always been exactly the same. So from the beginning, I've created digital products and I've created courses, so more on the product side. And then I've also offered services. I've offered freelancing services and consulting services. So how I've done that is I've always been more of a blog post person and getting into videos, and I've worked with videos for my clients, but you can create content, blog posts or videos on your specific niche, and then you can still throw in the content upgrades there, just the same as if it was a product. And then within your email list, so then you're going to start to grow your email list. And instead of saying, say you're doing a bundle campaign, you can bundle together maybe one of your bigger services with a smaller service, or sorry, still reading the chat. And what did you say that your service-based business was again? Here, let me go back up in the chat. But yeah, overall, it's exactly the same. Just the content that you're going to be creating is going to be geared more towards the services that you offer. And then the email campaigns inside of them, you're still going to be providing a ton of value. You're still going to be sending them the content upgrade that they opted in for. But what you're going to be promoting will be one specific service at a time per campaign, but you'll be promoting your services. Tanya, I'm interested in that also. I don't have a website. Okay, Tanya, I can definitely sync with you. Tanya, Lisa, and Lisa, you said you won't be able to stay on tonight. That will be good. Thanks. Yes, so I will email you both, and we can get something going to help you figure out next steps on creating a website. And then let's see. Did I miss any questions? I'm going to investigate this PayPal. Let's see, payment plan, PayPal, buy now. Let me get a link. Okay, let's see if this is working. Tanya, okay, thanks. Creative service freelance. Okay, perfect. So then you're interested in creating a website where you promote your creative services, freelance. Yeah, that should be really easy to do. If you are dedicated, I've created websites within just like a few hours. You can really have it up and running pretty quickly, especially just like the homepage, the About Me page, and then the services you offer. And then really that's just the foundation that we need. And once the foundation's there, then you can really jump into the course and we can start creating blog posts or videos or whatever you're more comfortable with from there. Missy, Squarespace is super easy to use to get a nice website up fast. Yeah, Missy, I agree. I feel like there's so many entrepreneurs that I'm friends with or I follow, and a ton of them use Squarespace. When I started off on WordPress, and so I've never made the switch, but Squarespace websites are also beautiful and really easy to set up. That's not my area of expertise, but a lot of people I know recommend those too. Michelle, my food blog isn't monetized that you have. Michelle, do you have any products or services currently? Oh, no problem. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out this PayPal link. I feel like there's always tech issues, and this is the one for today. So a payment plan. At the moment, it's just a lapse food blog, but I'd like to build it up. Michelle, even if you don't have products or services, I think it's still really, really critical to start focusing on your email list. I started growing my email list way before I started selling anything. And then when I finally had a product or service, I had people to sell it to. It was amazing. Otherwise, you can do it the other way, but otherwise you have a product or service and you're kind of waiting around for your email list to grow. So having a food blog is a great foundation. You can start creating content upgrades right now and growing your email list. That way, once you're ready to start selling whatever it is, a product or service, you'll have 500 people, 1,000 people or more on your email list. And then you already have this built-in audience that you can start selling your products or services to. Yeah, of course. Okay, so my checkout cart is making this very difficult for me. Let's see here. I'm not sure why they keep giving me the wrong link. So, and it's strange because Pay in Full has a PayPal link or a PayPal option, but the payment plan, why is it only showing a credit card? Check out with credit card. Okay, one more moment. Okay, so the PayPal option. Fatima. Well, first, am I butchering your name? Because my name gets butchered regularly in all sorts of different ways. So I always want to make sure I'm pronouncing people's names correctly. Tia? Okay, perfect. Tia, do you have easy access to your PayPal account? Okay, let me know if this works. So I use a platform that is supposed to make checking out and purchasing something really, really easy. But it seems like there is an issue with the PayPal option. Gotta run, but thanks so much, Michelle. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, I'm really glad you came. I hope that you learned a lot. But Tia, my business PayPal account is connected to my email. Would I be able to? So I'm going to chat with them to get it fixed. But for the $55, if you want to send it to my business email, and then I'll get it worked out behind the scenes, so you don't have to sit and wait. And then and that can do it. And then you will get into the course, and then I'll fix the checkout for the additional payments afterwards. And I don't think you'll have to do anything. Would that work for you? Okay, perfect. Let me put it in here. Although this is Gmail, it's the one I use the most. I have one that's at the Collective Mill, but it's not connected to my PayPal. And it's something funky went wrong last time I tried to sync it up. But yeah, if anyone, I know we're wrapping this up, but if anyone wants to do the payment plan, and you want to use PayPal specifically and not a credit card, feel free to just to send the first $55 to marianadereglo@gmail.com, because that goes to my business account, and then I'll figure out the rest behind the scenes, so you don't have to patiently wait and have me try to fix it. Let me close all these. Okay. Yeah, so I think that is it. So thank you again, everyone who attended. I love putting these on. I'm actually a huge introvert, and one of my goals this last year was to get better at presentations and trainings and that sort of thing. And I'm really starting to enjoy them. So thank you so much. I hope you learned a lot. Tia, do you have any other questions with the PayPal with my email address? Good. I'm glad that you found it amazing. Yeah, I hope it was really helpful. There's a lot of steps to it, which I'm really excited to share with you inside of the course. But once it comes together, it's amazing. The part of this framework I put together, I guess, 5 years ago, and it's great because there are blog posts that have content upgrades from years ago, and I don't even, sometimes I'll go back maybe every year just to check them out, maybe update something, but it really works on autopilot. Tanya, thank you so much. I learned a lot. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, well, thanks again, everyone. Have a really great evening if it's an evening in your time zone. No, I'm good for now. Cannot wait for the course to start. Yeah, me too. Okay, thanks again, everyone. Bye-bye.